Suppose we say Belgaum atmosphere is good, there is a rain for 6 months,
Yeah.
soil is good.
See again, but
So
it
if
is,
you just go ahead, say towards Maharashtra or beyond Karnataka, if the soil is not good, it is
see,
less,
soil can be created anywhere. Not
How can it be
necessarily.
created?
Yes, sir. Soil can be created.
how can it be created?
See, main thing, that is what we are, I am asking the people, the university people particularly who are the experts in that. You must have you have to tell the farmers a design of how to create biomass at different conditions. Semi-arid, hot zones, dry zones, temperate zones, this coastal zones. In what is the best suitable plant which can give you biomass in those conditions. Because in organic farming, having biomass is a basic thing. You just can't do organic farming without biomass. So that how to generate it could be from your residue, from farm residues, or you plant some trees which gives you biomass, or you do green manuring. Or overall, it is an overall thing that which has to be done, and you have to see that enough biomass is created. Once you have enough biomass, then the whatever is coming from the cow dung, it is the inoculant, microbial inoculant. That is why we prefer to have Deshi cow, which is supposed to have the best quality cow dung. Of course, in other case, even if you have a buffalo also, it will do. Not, don't think that buffalo is totally useless, not like that. It still helps. But of course, having a cow, because it has other use, particularly the cow urine has got its own use as a medicinal properties, since it has been already established. So we ask the farmers so that you have cow instead of buffalo. Even the cow milk is good for your health. Cow ghee is very important, because if you want to have homotherapy along with your farming, then cow is the must. You can't have homotherapy with buffaloes. So that is another important thing. So creating biomass, maintaining cows, then even under any climatic conditions, with the limitation of even if there is a limitation of water, there are now so many systems have come where you can do micro irrigation, where you can manage the water management. It can be done. You can do water harvesting, because we have seen even in such conditions, if you do proper water management and use micro irrigations, you can manage water problem. But the basic thing is generating biomass and using this micro inoculant, if it is done in a balanced way. Of course, totally where there is a rain-fed farming, absolutely they don't have any source of irrigation, where they have to totally, the farming is gambling only on the rain. Then there we say that because only biomass will not help, then that biomass has to be converted into a ready-made product, and that could be a vermicompost or a compost, where the CN ratio goes down and the plants get it easily. Then again, a very important liquid manures. It could be a Jivamrut, Panchgava, or like a Biosol. They are also very useful in those conditions, because in a limited resource of irrigation, they have to see the plants grow. So there some ready-made formulations help there. So that is also, so we have got, again in organic farming, it's so biodiversified, we have got so many options depending on the conditions you have. So not necessarily each has a same system everywhere. Where you have got irrigation facilities, where you are assured water, there you can go for directly using biomass on the farm. But where there is a scarcity of water, there you see that you convert that biomass into a more readily produce which can be accepted by the plant easily or in a very short span. So this is how you have to manage, or you have to balance the thing. You have got some input which is ready, some which is partial, some it takes care of the soil. Because in organic farming, it is not just feeding the plants, you also have to feed and nourish the soil. And in this process, to make it easier, to make it move in a very fast way, homotherapy environment is very much essential, and it helps you a lot.
How the ash helps? Agnimatra ash helps?
Agnimatra ash, definitely, when we prepare liquid manures, we are incorporating Agnimatra ash in all those liquids, and already it has been proved it is a very good phosphate solubilizing bacteria, just like it works like that, it releases phosphate from the soil. But still, I think it is not the only thing that I think it is happening with the ash. There are so many things which probably still the scientists have to understand. It is again, it's an energy which doesn't have any expiry date. So, lot of things happen. so many different creatures, insects, good environment which is created. And definitely ash is taking a major part. We are also using the ash for seed treatment, which really helps in controlling the disease and even the pest. It is something totally holistic system. You have got now options, you have the knowledge now, ready-made knowledge, everything is available. Nothing now, I don't think there is any necessity of experimenting. Already it has been proved by last 10-15 years by different farmers with their own practices that a definite system can be created in organic farming. It is purely based on scientific basis, and along with homotherapy, definitely it makes very easy farming.